Hello everybody, it's Mark with Abot Labs, here with another Abot Academy. Today we're going to be tackling integrating the Zendesk CRM platform with your Abot system. In order to handle this, we'll need three tabs open: your Abot dashboard, your Zendesk settings dashboard, and our Zendesk documentation on our GitHub page, which I'll link in the description below. Starting off, we'll go to our Abot tab, click on Settings, and scroll down to the Integrations section. Add or remove integrations, and we'll see two separate boxes, our Zendesk box and our Add Integration box. While we do support some other platforms such as Salesforce and Intercom.io, the only CRM we currently have a one-stop shop integration with is Zendesk, so that's what we'll be tackling here today. The first thing to note in our Zendesk box is our request URL, and that's a way for Abot to communicate with Zendesk. You won't need this immediately, but it's something to keep in the back of your mind. All of these other sections will fill as we work through this platform. So moving to Zendesk, we need to add a new API token. So scrolling down to Channels, API, we can hit this plus sign over here to add a new active API token. We'll need to name it something unique. I'm going to name it Abot-Mark. And then this API token here is a random string of letters and numbers, which is essentially a super secure password in between Abot and Zendesk. So copying that, we're going to bring that over to our integration page on Abot, paste that in, and then below it, add our email address that we use on Zendesk. So I use mark@abotlabs.com, and then our subdomain, which is the specific URL that we use on Zendesk. We'll find that here in our Zendesk tab, right here at the top, Abot-Labs for me. For you, it'll be a little bit different, but it'll follow the same format. Whatever's before the dot, before Zendesk. So we're going to copy that, bring that over here to subdomain and paste it. So now that we've created an API token, which we'll save, we need to create the conversation between Abot and Zendesk. And we do that under our Settings Extensions section. Going here, we can add a new extension target, Abot being the extension. So add a target. We'll choose HTTP target. And yet again, we'll need to name it something unique. I'll name it Abot-Mark. And we'll need a URL. And that URL is the one I told you to remember previously. We can go over to our Abot dashboard, copy that, bring that to our URL screen, paste that there. The method we're going to choose is post. It'll default to get, but we'll need to choose post. Content type defaults to JSON, which is what we want. There are a few other options, but we'll want to keep it on JSON. And then under the basic authentication section, we're just going to leave that blank. We're not going to check it. We're not going to do anything there. Right next to the submit button, we'll see test target. We'll need to switch that to create target and hit submit. So now we've created not only the security for the conversation, but we've created the conversation itself between Abot and Zendesk. The third and final step is to tell Zendesk when it should initiate that conversation with Abot. And we do that under our Business Rules Triggers section. I have a bunch of triggers already. You might not have any, you might have some. Either way, we're going to add a trigger. Name it something unique. I'm going to name it Abot-Mark. And then we'll need to choose when it should communicate. Instead of choosing all, we're going to go down to the meet any of the following conditions section. Choose ticket is ... and then it defaults to created right next to it. We're going to keep that as it is and then add a new condition. With this green plus sign, we're going to choose yet again ticket ... and then change that from created to updated. So now essentially, Zendesk is going to communicate with Abot whenever a ticket is created or updated, which is essentially the entire life cycle of a ticket. Finally, we're going to perform these actions, and the specific action is notifications notified target. So we're going to tell Abot every single time a ticket is created or updated. I already have an Abot default. We're going to choose Abot-mark, the one we just created. And finally, the reason we have our documentation open is because of this JSON body. We're going to switch over to our documentation, scroll down, and right here you'll see a bunch of code that we've already created for you. We'll want to highlight all of that, copy it, and paste it here into this JSON body. We don't want to change it at all, otherwise it won't work properly, but essentially this creates the how-to that Zendesk reads as it communicates with Abot. And we're done. We hit this create trigger, wait for it, and lo and behold, we've created security, a conversation, and a reason for the conversation. That's all you need, and now let's move on to some other things which you'll find in other Abot academies. Thanks so much.